welcome to another episode of Lost Ship Adventures. My name's Jono. We've got a bit of an adventure planned today. We're going to be roaming our way through up towards Tane Mahuta, that big old kauri tree. It's pretty mean. But then we're going to be making our way out towards Herekino, doing a bit of wheeling later on. So, first half's going to be a bit of a road trip, but I'm sure you'll love it. We've got a very sexy convoy with us today. Right at the front there, we got Mike in his very well set up Hilux, very nice truck. Then back behind him, we got Jordan. Jordan's running a black Hilux, and then next in the line is Bailey. He's running an old KZN185 Surf, which sounds amazing. Next in line is old Ethan there, running a 79 series V8 Land Cruiser. Loving that engine, loving that noise, but damn, it is a heavy truck. And finally, nearing the end of the convoy there, we got Matt and his Ford Ranger. It is actually a really nice truck. It is doing incredibly well. So, you know, we keep giving him a bit of stiff for it, but he's actually showing a few people up. Lastly in the convoy is me, of course, nice and easy. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Should be epic. Plenty more to come. Hit that subscribe button and we'll get into it. Grab a cold one, sit back, relax. Let's enjoy some Lost Sheep. Currently cruising our way through the forest road, guys. Don't know where we are, don't know what road we're on, but it is amazing. It just winds its way through the valleys here. Gorgeous forestry either side with massive pungas and kauri trees and totras and all sorts. It is stunning here. The North Island has some seriously cool roads to drive. They seem to all be very hidden though, which is, well, nice. It's what you want when you're driving a road with no one else here. So rolling with a convoy and it is awesome. This is seriously cool. According to Maori mythology, Tane here is the son of Ranganui, who's the Sky Father, and Papatuanuku, who's the Earth Mother. Tane was a child that tore his parents' parental embrace apart, and once done set about clothing the entire ground here with the forest we have today. All living creatures, including the fauna and flora of this area, are all regarded as Tane's children. He's got a lot of them, I have to say, and it is a gorgeous little, I can't say that, gorgeous children? Gorgeous forest to check out. Come check it out, guys, it's pretty sweet here.
Tonight, we're on the scene again, but you can hang with us if you need a friend. So put your sneakers on and tie your laces up, cause when we hit the ground, yeah, we gon' light it up. When we put our jam on, we sing like a choir. We're cooler than ice, yeah, and hotter than fire. When we make it rain, yeah, we spend every dollar. So put on your game face, cause we're gon' make 'em holler. Tonight we're gonna rock the boat. We're gonna tear it up wherever we go. We're gonna shake it like we're out of control. Gonna rock the boat.
Stop past Kaikouri for some fuel and some water and bits and pieces to set us up for another weekend away camping. Now we're heading off to Herekino and finally hitting the dirt road. So next stop, 4-wheel. So not far out of Herekino, we're actually crossing through a forestry section to make our way down onto the beach. To come through here though, we needed special permits. Part of the deal was we couldn't stop, so we're just rolling on through. Our lead truck up there, Ethan, is actually on the radio to Boss Man, who's running the place, and they're liaising where we are constantly to make sure that we're not going to encounter any traffic and we're not holding any operations up. So we're going to be in and out through, but by God, is there some gorgeous views up here. The hillside is clear and open because of course forestry, and we get amazing views up across the harbour there and down to where we're heading. So we're just going to make our way through here, head on down the beach, sticking in forward row. Not far along the beach, we climbed to the top of the largest sand dune drop we encountered on this trip. This thing was intense. Of course, it's hard to take in the scope of it, but hopefully the view in the background gives you an idea of how high we are and how far we have to drop down.
If you wanna just believe what you wanna believe, then you can leave it up to me and I'll give you the key. It's easy. Just keep on hopping, keep on rocking, and don't start stopping. Now it's everything you...
Got to send in some guinea pigs, so of course Jordan's up first, as the others are kicking rocks down just to sort of sketch him out a bit. Slowly drop those front wheels in, and it's kind of just take it from there. Hope for the best. Mike's up second, setting down the Hilux and tail end. He took a bit of a different line though, came in from the side. And up next we have a little shrink wrap. Being short wheelbase, this thing is sketchy on these steep sand dunes.
And if your arm starts coming around, you throttle to straighten it up.
Yeah mate, when in doubt, throttle out.
That's the one. You can always pull your handbrake on as well.
My handbrake doesn't work.
Throttle it out then.
That was felt sketchy, coming down a bit of an angle. It's getting some rots. There we go. Far more comfortable. Still, that's intense. That is cool though.
Too easy.
Yeah, a few little sketchy moments, but nothing major. There's Ethan bringing down the 79 series. Nice heavy truck, nice long wheelbase, V8 power. It's going to be a breeze. And finally sitting down Matt in the Ranger. By now there's plenty of ruts worn into the hillside, and it's just point it down and let the engine do the work. Well, we just drove down the sand dune up there behind me. Well, came off the ledge there, came down there. It is steep as hell. There's Lish heading down now, to give you an idea. It is a big ass hill. So why not? Oh god! Run down, eh? That's not a good idea. I lost the key. Oh god, don't get back up! There we go! Matt coming up. No, Jordan coming up. Trying to. Really? That's not enough power. That's a long way to get though.
Are you all trying it?
Pardon?
Are they all going to try?
I think so.
Drop me out there?
Yeah, sure.
Looks like I'm gonna try to climb the hill now. I just did that on bare feet. Oh god. Okay. We can do this. Oh, shit. Oh god. Oh god. And where's the boat? All the trucks. Now for an easy little game of follow the leader. Matt, I believe, is out front. We're just tugging along behind. Matt's decided to take a bit of a climb up through this little sand dune. Bit boggy in places, but he did it nice and easy for the Ranger. Bit off track work on the other side, as if there's even a track here to start with, but makes his way down this little hill, and of course I decide to follow him, being follow the leader. Too easy. However, me being me, I always want to climb stuff. It's a Jeep, it's designed to climb stuff, so we take this slightly harder route. I reckon I got this, maybe a bit of right foot, and she's up. Wheels lifting and all. I do decide that it's going to be sketchy to get the rear end up though, so I back it on down and try a different line. The next line I try is between the two, something in middle ground. Still lifting wheels though. I was expecting to crest over this hill by now. So, turning around to follow Matt down a little hill, my little Jeep got stuck in a little hole between a rock and a hard place. So, another prime time to use the Maxtrax without falling off the side of my truck. Oh God, this is a two-handed job. Hopefully this can get me out. I'd be surprised if it did, if I'm honest. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jeep, looking after yourself. It is pretty... Oh, you're there. Oh, hey, Ethan. You quite happy there? You want one now? Ah, why not? Oh, actually, what am I doing? I'll just stick one at the front. Ugh, go there. One in. All right, Ethan, you're gonna drive it out? Put it in reverse.
Hello.
Drive it on out. Big shout out to Maxtrax. These are the Maxtrax Extremes. They got removable little metal lugs on them. Across and down.
Oh, same as...
Yeah. Nah, it doesn't want to. Whoop. All right, now try. Yeah. Bit more. Give it a blunt. There we go.
Beautiful. You want one now?
Absolutely get some of these guys. Best self-recovery thing I've ever had. You totally want one now, eh?
No.
Ah.
It looks like you're looking for a window like this.
You should see the new ones. That's old school. New ones are worse. Follow the leader is still in play here. Quickly turn it into the ritual for beer. This is oftenly caused in later half of the day when we're all starting to crave that cold one by the campfire.
Work all week trying to make ends meet.
So time to pack it in and make it out of there post haste.
To the rhythm of the same old beat. Whoa. A slave to the grind till you drop dead. Tangle with the devil living in your head. Do you wanna party with me instead? Whoa. So we're going out tonight to dance.
A few little encounters along the way, a few water crossings, little lips we had to jump over, and of course ultimately some mud.
We're living it up, yeah. We're living it up.
The four-wheel driver's dream, isn't it? Well, I think for me it's probably rocks and stuff to climb. Seems to be a bit of a pause in the convoy right now. Checking out Matt though, he's got a flat tire on the left there, point that out to him. Continue on up a bit further though, and we've got Bailey at a halt here. Now of course he doesn't have any lockers in, so he's been open diffs the whole time, and without any flex, he's got no wheels on the ground. So quick little hook up to old Ethan in the front there, and we just tug him on through.
Oh, you would have seen Max
Wheeling with your mates, guys, doesn't only mean great company and extra 4 drives to pull you out, but you get some great experiences along the way. Find a little gang, 5-6 people all into the same stuff, and that's pretty much going to be your little tribe for going out wheeling and ultimately performing that bear ritual we just saw earlier. With there no real tough bits here, it's just an easy pull on the winch. Nothing major, quick easy recovery. Me on the other hand, I think Flex has got this, but that rear alias steed just doesn't have quite enough push to get me through this little articulatory bit. So of course, with a big engine and lots of wheel spin, I'll get through here, no worries. Added slow motion for that epic mud spray. Third try's a charm, right? We got it this time, surely. Not too further up though, Jordan's got himself stuck in the combined manpower we have here. We're pretty sure we can get him on through. Just a bit of weight added in the front end. Or a lot of weight added in the front end. Still doesn't seem to be enough though to pull traction of those front wheels. Plan B must be in action. We're going to reverse them on up and pull out the Maxtrax. A bit of wheel spin, a bit of wheel lifts, and he's through, no worries at all. If you're looking at getting one piece of recovery, guys, I highly recommend these Maxtrax. I've used these more times than I ever have a winch, and they will pretty much get you out of almost anything. Mud, snow, sand, ruts, ice, you name it, these Maxtrax will do it. They got an absolute workout on this trip. Highly recommend. Looks like Mike's up next, and with those Maxtrax down on there, it's just an almost walk in the park with the odd little wheel lift. What do you expect though? It's an IFS. The big heavy 79 though struggles a little bit more. A quick rear range of that Maxtrax though, put it under the rear wheel instead, and powers on through. Too easy. One downside is you do have to go hunting afterwards, which does mean you get a little muddy, but hey, that's what we're out there for, it's half the fun. Lots of noise, lots of wheel spin, and open diffs doesn't quite do it again. That poor little surf did bloody well though. Matt's up next again, Ranger walks it, no worries at all. Maxtrax that in traction where he needs it. And a Jeep. Lots of noise, lots of wheel spin, standard stuff. Now back to hunting again. Trying to pry these things out afterwards is kind of fun. Make sure you add the strops on though, that really makes it easy. Oh yeah, I'm glad I'm just the one doing all the work here, but I guess they are mine, so... One added downside of owning Maxtrax, guys, is you're the one that's going to get muddy. Not long after that little encounter though, and we're up onto the flats, sorting out a nice area to camp in. I've washed the Maxtrax off in a bit of a puddle there. Well, everyone sets up camp around me. I'm going to sit down, have a beer, and call it a day. We'll catch you guys next time on Lost Ship Adventures. Laters, team. Cheers.